That's the bus station here in St Petersburg. These days a lot of people who want to visit St Petersburg arrive by bus from Estonia, Latvia, the Baltics, wherever. And this is the first sight of St Petersburg, this bus station. Now usually when I arrive here, and I say usually, it's only been twice, but it's always been in the evening. It's always been dark, winter and summer. And I wasn't sure where to go. So I booked a hotel that I knew was close by. And it's just there. Over there, it's called Verona Hotel. So it's almost directly opposite the bus station. And you can see there's an Ecolines bus. I don't know what it's doing there, but it operates out of this station. So that hotel's really, really handy if you're arriving by bus. Even just for one night, so you get your bearings. Just nip across the road and you've got a cracking hotel. So go and have a quick look at the inside of Verona Hotel and what my room looks like and how much it costs, etc., and how to book it, etc., etc. Because if you're coming from abroad, you might think, oh, you can't book anything and you have to wait till you get here to sort out hotels. That's not true. You can book hotels from abroad, and I'll explain why, or explain how in a minute, once I'm inside. Right, so we're in the hotel. The Hotel Verona. Place for the boots. Valuable for the winter. You don't want to be traipsing in all the snow and ice. So you stick your boots here, jacket there. Nice down jacket, which you need. Well, not this year because it's not that cold. Right, onwards. As you can see, tell you what, I'm going to have to shut this window. That's the view anyway. That's the bus station, and that's a little kebab shop. There's some little shops down there. There's an Ecolines office connected to the bus station. That's a bus company. Anyway, I'm going to shut this. That's not snow, that's just blown off the roof. Right, as you can see, quite a bloody big room. I have to open the window, even though it's -9 outside. I have to open the window because these two are blasting out heat. I can't put my jumper on yet. It's far too hot. This is my bag. This is what I take. Hat, gloves, which I'm going to need today. I've not needed them yet. Not needed them yet on this trip, but I'm going to need them today because it's a bit. The bathroom. Pretty good. That is the Hotel Verona. This is my third time staying here. I don't know why I stay here this time, because I'm not arriving by bus. It's just what I'm used to. And staff are great, and the breakfast is really nice. Like I said, this is my third time here. Last January it was £44 per night. £44 per night. I stayed here at the end of May, June. Was it the end of May? Yeah, it was the end of May. Last summer, beginning of last summer. And it was £63 per night. Obviously some sort of dynamic pricing going on. And then this time, these days now, I've just paid £33 per night. £33 per night for a room like this. I think that's pretty good. I think that's really, really good. Now I'm guessing that's to do with the exchange rate between now and last December. I think a pound is, because I paid for this room in pounds. I wasn't paying in rubles, and I reserved it from my home. Ah, but you can't do that. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. There's an app called Zen Hotels, or a website called Zen Hotels. I use the app where you can price it in pounds and you pay in pounds, and you can book it from abroad. So I arrived here Friday evening. Hotel's already paid for. No worries. So that's a wee tip for you. You can book hotels from abroad, pay in your own currency, and have it all ready for when you arrive here. Now, I'm about to check out, which means I've got to get the jumper on, hat and gloves, boots, jacket, and then make a mad dash for the exit, because by the time I get downstairs I'll be bloody roasting. That's a Bodny Canal there. I don't know if you can pick it up. That is a Bodny Canal. Last January when I was here, that was frozen solid. As you can see now, it's not. It's starting to from the edges there, but in no way, shape or form can you say that that's frozen solid. It's not. In fact, you can see it moving, it's flowing. This is a Schindler's lift. They made the film about that guy. I guess that's how he saved all those people. Built him a wee lift. Oh, it's kind of small. But back in the day, the Jews weren't that. Were a bit skinny. Oh, I'm going to cut that out. As you can see, we had a massive snowfall yesterday and it's piled up. It was not too bad. I mean, this is Monday the 13th. I arrived here on Friday night, the 10th, and it wasn't that bad. There wasn't much snow, a little bit of ice, but not much snow. But yesterday, or sorry, from Saturday night all the way up to yesterday afternoon, it snowed non-stop, and we got quite a dumping of it. I just want to show you this place, Shawarma Kebab 24. It's always there, it's always open. Because it's next to the bus station, there's a continuous flow of people, so the food's always, you know, it's not lying about long, it's always fresh. And I've eaten there at least 2 times on every visit to St Petersburg, simply because it's there, near the bus station. If I'm waiting for a bus to go home or to go somewhere else, I'll go in here first, have something to eat before getting the bus. Or, there's my Hotel Verona right there. It's just a case of walking around and in here if I'm feeling hungry. Good value, great shashlik, and a cracking little place, well handy. There's a plov house there, I've never been in it. That's Cafe Plov House. Produkty 24, it's just like a basic shop selling what we would call corner shop or Asian shop, or there used to be another word that we would use but we can't use it anymore. Quite rightly, I suppose. Yeah, just go in there to get water, get beers, snacks, that sort of stuff. Goes green, green for gold. I really like this. Looks like a space station. That there, you see what that green sign is? That there is Moskovsky metro station, exit 2. It's important you get the exits right. Yeah, this is exit 2. So when you come up, you look for the sign. It's a little circle, it will say 2. So you get out there and you'll see a McDonald's or a Bakusniki Tochka. And the reason I'm here is to show you this place. This place is a lifesaver. This currency exchange. I was searching for a day and a half basically to get my money changed. I was in a bit of a panic. Yeah, I got here on Friday night. Tried to change my money at the usual place that I go, and they just rejected them all. Didn't give a reason, just says, nah, we don't want them. So it was a bit of a shock. I went to another place. They changed 3 out of the 10, so I had $300 instead of 1,000. But I was in a bit of a panic because obviously I needed the money to do what I want to do here. If I only get 300, I could probably scrape by being the biggest cheapskate you could find. But it'd be, it'd be rough. It wouldn't be worth it, I don't think. So I really was desperate to get my money changed. And I'd run out of ideas because on the Saturday I got up a wee bit late and I went out about lunchtime. Again, took my money. First of all, I went to actual Spare Bank, and they just first of all they gave me a really crappy rate, like 94. I was changing dollars by the way, $100 bills. They gave me a really crappy rate of 94, but then they didn't take the rates. They didn't take the notes anyway. So I was like, well, take them for 90, and he's like, no, we don't want them. There's like water damage or oil damage when they put them under the UV. Now I knew from my first visit here, I knew that the bills have got to be really clean, no damage, no tears, no creases. They've got to be pretty pristine. And on first glance, my bills were, until actually the lady in here, she pointed out a couple of things. She didn't change all my bills. She changed them all bar two, which had pen marks and a little stamp from a post office or a bank or something. They'd put a wee marker on it, a stamp, and another one had like pen marks writing on it. Just tiny, I couldn't see it in first glance, but when she pointed it out I noticed it, and I went, oh well, there's no way these two $200 bills are getting changed by anyone. But she changed the rest of them, and it was my last option. Thanks to my mate Sergey for googling in Russian, or Yandexing in Russian, whatever he was doing. But he messaged me on Telegram and said there's a place down by Moskovsky that claims to take notes that are not bang on, not pristine. I mean, they won't take them, obviously damaged ones, like I just said. They don't take damaged stuff, but they'll take stuff that doesn't look bad, but when you put it under the UV, for some reason they reject them. It's not like they're fake or something, someone told me they were defective, but there was nothing to back it up. I said, how? No explanation. I just thought I'd let you know, if you're ever stuck for changing money, and your money's, it looks decent enough to you, there's no tears, there's no creases, and there's no obvious defects on the cosmetic defects, bring them here and they will change them. Blue line, Moskovsky station, exit 2, and it's just there, opposite the McDonald's. Started snowing again, which is not ideal. There's no doubt about it, St Petersburg looks lovely in the winter, in the snow. I mean, it looks nice in summer as well, but the cold and the ice takes it to a whole new level. And like I said before, this is my favourite part of St Petersburg. Controversial, I know, but you like what you like. Little forest, little Christmas tree forest. It's wonderful. Yeah, it's the house of the Soviets. It reminds me very much of Minsk and the house of the government in Minsk, but this is bigger, grander. If you don't know who that is, well, can't really help you. That's Vladimir Lenin. And you probably can't see all this because of the light and the camera. from there, all the way up Moskovsky Prospect, it's lined with these massive neoclassical Stalinist buildings, and they go in the back. There's courtyards, and I find them amazing. I love it, and I much prefer here Moskovsky Prospect to Nevsky Prospect. I know that's probably gonna raise some eyebrows, but I'm not really into all those palaces and that. That line, Nevsky Prospect. And Nevsky Prospect's lovely, there's no doubt about it. But this is more my thing. I was down here last night actually driving around. My mate Sergey's got a car, and he goes out driving streams. And it does give you a better perspective, or a different perspective of the city when you're in the car rather than walking. And it's really enjoyable, especially because he had to keep his eye on the road because of the snow. Yeah, we were skidding around a little bit. See, you know what I mean? All these, the light, I don't know if you can see all the way down there. You can't see with the snow. And it's a kind of bit of a fog as well down there, but there's stuff like this all the way down, and it goes back, big blocks of it. I'm not sure if they're offices now or apartments. But on the ground floor it's just full of shops. All sorts of shops, banks. There's Alpha Bank, Spare Bank. I don't know what, can't really see what that says. Oh, kebab. You know, I thought where I lived we had a lot of kebab shops. You get nothing on St Petersburg or Russia. Because everywhere you go there's kebab shops, 24/7 ones. I mean, everywhere. Shawarma, kebabs, they're bloody everywhere. You've got no, if you don't like shawarma and kebabs, then you've got a problem, because there's not much else open, like at 2 AM or whatever, to get some food. Whereas if you're hungry and you love kebabs, then you're never going to go hungry here. They're pretty cheap, good value as well. Yeah, look at all that. Right, I better get back to the train station. Like I said, or have I said, I don't know which order this is going to be in, because I'm not prepared for this at all. I'm heading off. I'm leaving St Petersburg later on. What's the time? It's 5:25. And my train is at 8:30 or 8:40. So I've got to go back to the train station. I'm heading away. You might wonder, is that it? Is that it from St Petersburg? Well, I'd originally booked Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights. I don't have long in Russia, I've only got 10 days. I booked Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights in the Verona Hotel for St Petersburg. And as I've probably told you, I might not have, depending on which way it comes out in the video, I spent like a day and a half running around trying to change money, because without money I wouldn't be able to do anything. So it's kind of wasted. And then yesterday with the weather and the snow, I wasn't going out in that. Because Saturday night I was out for a few beers as well. Wasn't drunk or nothing, but I got up a wee bit later yesterday morning than I should have done. Looked out the window and it was basically a whiteout. And that's no good if you're wearing glasses, and it's no good for the camera as well. You've got to continue wiping the lens, and it was -13. I was like, oh, no, sack that. And that's the other problem about coming here in January, especially when the weather's bad. You don't get much daylight. So you've got a limited time window to get all your stuff done. Yeah, it's no big deal. If you're up and about in the morning and it's nice clear skies, yeah, that's great, but I've not had that. I've just had overcast, snow, sleet, snow, and it's not been great to entice you out to film. Catch you at the train station. Just a word about those escalators. Some of them are mega steep. Unbelievably steep. And you'll see people going down. They're leaning back about 30 degrees, and the same as them going up. They're leaning forward about 30 degrees. I'm going up there. I've got my backpack on and I'm feeling myself rocking backwards. Yeah, I've got to lean away forward. I'm not used to it because they're incredibly steep, the escalators. Moskovsky Vokzal, Moscow railway station. Vokzal means station. Actually, it might mean terminus, like rail terminus. I don't think every train station is a Vokzal. Is that true? I don't know. Am I making that up? Am I making up facts, presenting them as truth? Well, you've seen all this before. That's Blushindostania metro station. That's Hero City, Leningrad. Actually, if you're my age and you grew up 70s and 80s, this place is known as Leningrad before it was St Petersburg. Oh, before it was renamed to St Petersburg. It was Leningrad to me. That building with the lights, that's Galleria Mall. You know, I was in there the other day. I noticed like the Hugo Boss shop is open again, and a few other shops that were previously closed due to the so-called leaving Russia, leaving their business. They've opened up again. The shops were closed, just like the shutters were down, but the stock was still there and the kind of basic lights were on for 2 years, almost 3 years. And they've opened back up. Just seems like a waste of time. If you're going to do it, do it. Just close everything and leave. Don't hang about hedging your bets. So I'll just tell you how I got here this time. Hello. I know some people like to know the ins and outs. Well, I'll give you a wee bit of background. My 2 previous visits in the past year were from Glasgow to Amsterdam by KLM, and Amsterdam to Tallinn, KLM stroke Air Baltic. Once in Tallinn, took a city bus down to the Tallinn Busijam, or bus station, where I got on a Lux Express bus from Tallinn to St Petersburg, which stops at the Narva-Ivangorod border. Now that went alright last January. It didn't go that well in May, and someone messaged me. I've been keeping up to date, just reading about it, and it's been getting worse and worse and worse. Waiting times and hassle, it's been getting worse and worse from the Estonian side, not from the Russian side. So I decided I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go that way. I looked into coming through another border point in Estonia, Lumaha, but I don't think it's Narva is the problem. I think Estonia is the problem, so Lumaha would be much the same. I don't know that for sure, but I think in May I went back via Lumaha because I was going home from Riga, so I got a bus from Pskov which went through Lumaha in Estonia before the bus carried on into Latvia and went to Riga, and that was all right. That went well, but again I've been reading up and it's been delays and delays, usually from the Estonian side.
And then between Christmas and New Year, someone messaged me that I know. Someone I met on the bus the very first time I went home. She was my seat neighbour, an old lady. And she messaged me from time to time, and she's just a friendly old woman. Not a word she's saying, I didn't know a word she was saying, she didn't know what I was saying. We're chatting through the Google Translate. And I was sitting next to her on the bus, as I said. Anyway, she sends me a message, said she went back to St Petersburg and she was waiting 15 hours from 5:30 a.m. until 8 p.m. when she actually got into Russia. 5:30 she started queuing up at Narva to get into Estonian border control, and at 8 p.m. she finally left the Russian side and got into Russia. 15 hours in late December outside queuing up, nah, not having that. So I decided there's no way I'm going that way. So what I did was booked a flight to Poland, again by KLM, via Amsterdam to Gdansk. I could have booked the early flight, the 6 a.m. flight, but I was working the previous night. I worked night shift, so I would have finished work about 4:30 a.m. I'd had to go home, pick up my bags and go straight to the airport for the 6:10 a.m. flight. I thought it was a bit of a rush, and it usually knackers me out. So I thought I would just do it the evening, get the evening flight to Amsterdam and arrive in Gdansk at night about 10:30 p.m. Got a Bolt taxi to a hotel in Gdansk, stayed the night there and got on the first bus to Kaliningrad. Now I wasn't sure how that border was going to be, but it couldn't have been any easier. I mean, it was a pleasure. It might just be because it was the first bus. There was no queue in front of us, there was no buses in front of us, there was no cars or nothing. We rolled up to the border in I think Mamovo, I think it is called. We rolled up there. All barricades were all red, so the bus just had to stop at 7:50 a.m. The bus left at 6 a.m. and it arrived at the border at 7:50 a.m. and we just waited. And the bus trundles over a wee bit to another barricade. Some Polish girl comes on, just has a wee look. I think she asked the driver how many passengers are there, etc, etc. And then you go into the Polish departure. And then the bus wasn't full, it was probably half full. And we went through that and it was no problem at all. No problem, no questions. Why are you going to Russia? You taking any money with you? What's you know what I mean? Nothing. Just okay, bye-bye. That's what they said, bye-bye. You get back on the bus, then you get to Russia, the Russian side. Now again, I went in there, I was fully expecting some sort of third degree from what I've been hearing, people getting questioned and searched. Again, not a thing, nada. Went in there, presented my passport, it's got a multi-entry visa inside it. She looked again, double checked, triple checked, you know what they're like. And then she asked me where I was going, Peter or Moscow. And luckily I had a flight booked from Kaliningrad to St Petersburg and I'd printed it out, so I showed her that and she said, oh, yeah, that's great. And about 20 seconds later, stamped me in, said good luck, thanks for coming and enjoy your trip. And I was like, whoa, that was unexpected. Welcomed, but unexpected. And I should add that you can buy all this stuff from abroad. People would have you believe you can't do anything because of the sanctions and the SWIFT and all that, but you can. If you go to Aviasales, the app Aviasales or the website Aviasales, search for flights, it's like Skyscanner, but it includes Russian flights, internal as well as international. And it let me book a flight, paid for it with pounds from my home before I left. Just as I done with my hotel, I booked all that at home before I left. So it can be done. And that was me. In Kaliningrad, bus station, just jumped out. I still had money on my spare bank account, which is linked to my Yandex taxi. So I hailed a Yandex taxi and went straight to Kaliningrad airport. Things would have been a lot smoother, but there was a delay in that flight. So when I got to St Petersburg earlier in the afternoon, but as it turned out, that wouldn't have mattered much because I ran into some other problems once I got here, which you probably already know about. Depending on which way this video is coming out, you'll know that I couldn't change any money for a while, for a day and a half. Oh, time is 6:20. My train's 8:30 or 8:40, can't remember. But let's go. We'll go inside the station. No, we bloody won't. This is not Jesus Christ. This is not the station I'm meant to be at. What the hell am I doing? No, I'm going to Ladozhka station. So I better get going there. St Petersburg Ladozhka station. Quite nice, pretty small but very nice. That's the board. That's my train at the top, 318. St Petersburg Ladozhsky Vologda, 8:38. Don't have a track time or nothing like that yet, so time for some grub. What a turn up would be if there was no shawarma places or kebab places in the station. Just when you're looking for one, there's nothing. This looks like a Stolovia. I'll have a look. Mashed potato, cutlet vegetables, black tea and lemon, a slice of cake and some compote. Track 11. Track 11. Train 318, car 4, seat 29. So wagon 4. I think I just need to show my passport. Don't even need to show the ticket. Track 11, wagon 10, wagon 9. See? Train Poezda number 318, wagon 10, which is car 10, wagon 10. Firmeni means, in theory, it's that high class train. Wagon 9. So, well, look at the length of the train, man. So I'm at wagon 4, just a wee bit windy. And I hope this wind filter's working. It's actually an air filter. No, I didn't steal it. That's a complete falsehood. It was not stolen. I found it just outside the territory of my workplace, and as I picked it up, some of it must have fallen into my pocket. Now you can imagine my surprise when I got home to find a bit of an air filter. Anyway, I've cut it up and taped it on the front of this mic, and hopefully it's reducing the wind noise. Right, wagon 4, that's me there. So I need to hang about here until doors are open. Oh, here it is, 29, which is this one. First thing to do, get changed. Then you make your bed. Well, you attempt. You try to make your bed. I need a missus. I need a girl to come and do this. Or a babushka, anyone. Make my bed, someone. This is the dog's dinner. I should be able to lie in it though. It's way too hot for a blanket. I've got my pillow at this side for some reason. I distinctly remember when my pillow's at that end.
when you pass through stations, the station lights flood in and they wake you up. But in any case, so far so good. I've got it to myself. But we are, well, we've only got 8 minutes, 10 minutes until take off, until we start rolling. So maybe I've got the whole place to myself. That would be cracking. I was wondering what this mysterious box was. The old Providnik's just come back and he's gave us a hot meal. It's pork with mushrooms and some sort of dried sausage. There's water, and there's some sort of crispy bread and utensils. Little pork and mushrooms. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. Some kvass. Bit salty. Good. Big mistake number one. Don't forget to download songs, podcasts, whatever, episodes onto your phone to watch while you're on the journey, because there's no guarantee. In fact, there is a guarantee that the Wi-Fi is going to be crap. The mobile signal is going to be crap, especially when you're heading out east. Maybe St Petersburg down to Moscow. The signal's no bad, but going this way is rubbish. Intermittent, more no signal than any signal at all. Number two, kind of follows the same thing. Connect to the train Wi-Fi whilst you're in St Petersburg station. Don't wait until you started rolling and then find out that you can't get any signal for access codes and all that. Register. It's a nightmare. I've gave up. Now you might be wondering why I'm going here, and I'm kind of wondering that myself. I just picked it at random rather than go the traditional way to Moscow, like down, or go direct to Moscow from St Petersburg. I thought I would like to see a bit of this side. So the plan is to go to like Vologda. It might be Yaroslavl after that, and it could well be another couple of places. I'm on a bit of a quest, to be honest. There's a sort of landscape picture that I saw online a long time ago, and it's fascinated me for ages. I want to see it for myself, just using my eyes just to see it. I want to see this particular view of the Russian countryside. Ever since I've seen it online, I really want to see it with more eyes. I probably won't be able to film it at all with that camera. There's no zoom on it or nothing, but I'll try it with my phone. I'll try to get something done with it. But I just want to see it for myself, and hopefully I'll be able to do that. I'll be there about Thursday or Friday. I need to be in Moscow for Saturday evening, because that's when my train goes to Kaliningrad. Yeah, I'm going to Kaliningrad from Moscow. Hopefully I'm allowed. But yeah, wish me luck, and we'll see how we get on with this. So that was a St Petersburg video without really showing you anything about St Petersburg, but you've all seen that before anyway, I'm sure. Right, catch you later. Bye. Before I forget, this is one of the dollars that got rejected. Don't know if you can see it, that wee bit there. You didn't like that. This one looks good, man. There's nothing wrong with it until that wee bit of pen mark. That's what it gets rejected with. It's defected. Adjust this on my wee camera. I might try. That was me. I'm gonna have to cut that out. I farted. Yeah, so